The spotlight effect. Why you're not as popular as you think. Let's start with three fascinating psychology researchers, Thomas Gilovich, Victoria Medvec, and Kenneth Savitsky. Imagine them as the avengers of awkward human behavior. Instead of saving the world from aliens, they saved us from our own overblown egos by showing just how much or how little people notice us in everyday life. Have you ever walked into a meeting with a coffee stain on your shirt, convinced everyone was silently judging you? Or maybe you said something awkward at a dinner party and replayed it in your head for the next 3 days, assuming everyone else was too. These three psychologists wanted to know why we do that, and more importantly, whether we're right. Spoiler, we're not. The experiment. Barry Manilow, cringe, and cold, hard data. To study this, they designed a brilliant experiment. But first, they needed a way to make people feel embarrassingly self-conscious. Enter the Barry Manilow T-shirt. For context, Barry Manilow is a singer who, while beloved by his fans, wasn't exactly the pinnacle of cool. Wearing his face on a T-shirt was like announcing, "Hey everyone, please notice me and my questionable taste in fashion." The researchers took a group of college students, forced them to wear this highly noticeable T-shirt, and sent them into a room full of strangers. The strangers were actors who were just there to sit and mind their own business. Afterward, the participants were asked, "How many people do you think noticed your shirt?" The participants, now hyper-aware of their cringeworthy attire, confidently guessed that about half the people in the room had noticed them. Now, here's the twist. When the researchers asked the strangers if they noticed the T-shirt, only 25% of them said yes. That's half as many as the participants thought. What does this mean? Gilovich, Medvec, and Savitsky's research revealed something profound. We all walk around with what psychologists call the spotlight effect. We think there's this big, bright light shining on us, highlighting every coffee stain, every stumble, and every awkward word. But in reality, everyone else is busy worrying about themselves. You're not the star of their show. You're just a guest appearance in the background. And honestly, that's great news. The takeaway. Practical life lessons. Stop overthinking. Spilled coffee on your shirt before a work presentation? Stumbled over your words while introducing yourself? Most people barely noticed. They're too busy worrying about their own presentations or wondering if their outfit looks okay. Let it go. Be bold. Want to try something new, like public speaking or wearing that bright yellow blazer that's been in your closet for months? Do it. If you're holding back because you think everyone will judge, remember, they probably won't even notice. Check your ego. The spotlight effect goes both ways. Just as others aren't scrutinizing you, they're probably not hanging on your every compliment, insult, or mistake. So relax, be kind, and don't stress over the occasional misstep. Test it yourself. Here's a fun experiment. Tomorrow, wear something slightly unusual. A funky tie, a bold dress, or even mismatched socks. See how many people notice. Chances are, the number will be far lower than you think. The bigger picture. This experiment teaches us a valuable truth about the human mind. We're wired to overestimate how much others focus on us. It's a side effect of our natural self-awareness. But when we realize that most people are just as self-conscious as we are, it's freeing. It allows us to live with less worry, take more risks, and maybe even laugh at ourselves a little more. The next time you feel like everyone's watching you, remember this. You're not the main character in their story. They're busy starring in their own drama. And that means you can relax, take a deep breath, and just be you. Because the truth is, no one's noticing nearly as much as you think. And that's one of the most comforting insights about being human.